my fellow violinists, this is Dr. Stella Darvel, and I'm here with your final Kentucky All-State Excerpt video. This is Jurassic Park. It is going to be at 60 to the quarter note. Make sure with this excerpt you're not pushing the tempo. There are some instances where you're going to actually pull slightly to keep it warm and lush. Vibrate everything. So 60 notes are going to vibrate as much as the half notes and whole notes. Make sure everything vibrates and it's a nice connected sound throughout. Pay attention to the dynamics, especially in a recorded audition. They might get lost, so exaggerate your accents. The dynamics, they're gonna put you to a different level than everybody else. I start this excerpt in third position with a third finger so I can vibrate. And I vibrate everything. I will stay in third position until measure 13, the last two notes. I will come down to first. Right there too, I vibrate the A natural. I don't do an open A. I'm in first position there. What I want you to pay attention to is measure 14, last two notes, those separate 16 notes. Vibrate them and use a little bit more bow than you would normally do. So they sing too, and they will carry you into the next phrase. So vibrate, keep going in first position. Nice crescendo. Right there, this is the second line, upbeat to the last measure. I go to second position, and I will stay there for a while. The reason for that is my third finger vibrates very nicely, so I will take advantage of that nice vibrato. Don't do that in first position. You could do that in third position. But the reason I do second position is, look at, this is second line, upbeat to the last measure. I'm in second position. Don't forget accents. Now I'm going to do 3, 1, and then third position. So I stay on the same string. I don't need to do string crossing, and I can do a nice extension back to F, and then a nice shift to third position. After that, this is your third line. I stay in third position for a while, so I will do all the B flats in third position. And then I will shift, this is measure 19, last two notes. I will shift to 7th position. I will play that with 3 and 2. Again, that vibrates nicely, so you don't want to do 4 and 3. 4 is a very risky vibrato. So I stay in 7th position until the end of that high B flat. So I keep in 7th position at measure 22, 7th position, and then 3rd position again. Make sure when you're doing that shift, you're not getting that glass. A little bit of a nice gentle portato going into the 7th position at measure 19 is fine. On the way down, you really don't want any gliss sound. Clean, nice clean shift. Upbeat to measure 23, I'm in 3rd position just like the beginning. Everything is exactly like the beginning, so I don't need to go over that again. Where we're going to change is measure 28. I am in 3rd position with the first B flat. Then I will go to A string, 5th position, first finger. That I do that F with first finger, and then the next F is right there. Stay there. Now I do 7th position, 1, extension 2, and 3 is right there. And then a big retake. 5th position, 7. This is 32. I'm in 7th position right now. B flat. I'm gonna do first finger on A string, so it's 1 position higher, 8th position. First finger, and your A flat is gonna be 3rd finger right there. Makes sense? So you don't need to do any extensions, nothing. 32. The fingering is 2 on 7th position, 1 B flat on 8th position on A string. So this is 2, 1, 3. And then back to 3rd position. 5th, 7, stay. And again, you're gonna go to 9th position on that B flat. So the same position that you were in at the last two notes of 19 is the same thing. 3, 2, 3. Don't try to do that with 4. It's hard to keep that vibrato. At 2-4 measure in the last line, you have two options. You can go to first, you can stay on E string and go to 5th position. You can do that. It's risky, especially in an audition. I would stay in the same position. Do it on A string, so that you eliminate the risk of getting it out of tune, going back and forth on the E string. If you are confident with your intonation, you can obviously do that 2-4 measure on E string. It will sound a little bit better, but decide. Don't sacrifice intonation over anything. Remember, you're never gonna push the tempo here. There are a couple of instances that I would like you to hold the tempo. Let's start on the metronome. This is your, look at measure 2, line 2. This is your upbeat to the last measure, line 2. Stay. Nice extension. Crescendo. Don't forget accents. Now we're gonna hold slightly. If you hold there slightly, that's perfect. In the professional orchestra, you normally would. So don't try to rush through that position change. It's a nice it's the combination of the whole excerpt, so you don't need to push that just to be with the metronome. The other instance that you are gonna do that is the last line. When it happens the same way, you're gonna pull slightly, and also the penultimate line. This is measure 30. When you go high, you're gonna. It's a Dumbo. It is Dumbo. Hold that too. So every time there is a culmination like that, you're gonna slightly pull instead of pushing. You never push. Remember, keep in mind everything vibrates. Pay attention to the accents and small dynamic changes. You might need to exaggerate them on the recording. And good intonation. Figure out your shifts. Make sure you have a confident shifting pattern, and you try to avoid all the glisses back and forth. I'm hoping this was helpful, and I will see the violinists next year with my new All-State Excerpt video help. Thank you so much.